loves, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Morgan. I make videos about luxury handbags, fashion, and lifestyle, so if that's your thing, please subscribe and turn on notifications. I upload twice a week and I would love to have you here. Today I'm going through 5 of the handbags in my collection that are considered out of style, but I still really love. I try to get across on my channel that when you're buying such an expensive bag, you should buy it for your use and your enjoyment, and that is the only thing that matters. I want to show you a few of the bags I've bought over the years that, even though they're technically out of style now, I keep them in my collection and I still get use out of them. Maybe not as much as I used to when I first bought them and they were more in style, but I still get use out of them and I can see myself using for years to come. So let's get into it. First bag on my list is my Valentino Clutch. I'm not even sure if Valentino still makes these or not. I know they're very easily available on the Preloved market. And I got this bag, it was super sought after, and I got it in Gallery Lafayette in Dubai. They had it 40% off and I was shocked because at that point in the US especially, I usually shop from US websites and you couldn't get more than like 10% off. And I found it 40% off. And I have gotten my use out of it. Even if I'm using it less now throughout the years, it's still one that I love to have in my collection. It has a bit of a mark on the front. I think you can see it here, but it's not super noticeable because I typically wear the bag like this, so it doesn't show that much. I love this with a black dress. You do have to be careful to like hold it away from the body so it doesn't get color transfer. I've been pretty good about it. This still looks in pretty decent condition considering the amount that I used it when I did use it like all the time. When I bought this, I was going out a lot more in the evenings. I would go out to clubs and things like that. I don't really do that much. I mean, who is right now during these times? It's still such a great bag if I want to have an electric pop of color for a dinner look. If I'm doing like a nice tailored black pant with a black blouse and just this, it looks so nice. Good thing is the rock studs have been kept around. So Valentino still does this like rock stud style, just in different styles of bags. So it's not 100% out of style, but you don't see this clutch style around as much anymore when you're going out. So technically it's out of style, but I still love it and I still think it is a great option. If you love this bag too, you can get them super cheap on the Preloved market. I think this bag was originally like $1,400 or $1,500 and you can get them for around like $500 or $600 now. If you are interested in this bag and you know it would work great in your lifestyle and in your wardrobe and you would get great use out of it, you could get a great deal on the Preloved market, and I still think it looks pretty great. It's so good for tucking under your arm too. I love that when I need to be hands-free. Let's be honest, we're all taking pictures all the time. So just having it here and taking pictures, it's long enough, it sits comfortably. It's just that good evening clutch. And then if you do want, it has this detachable little wristlet. So you even have that option to hang it off your wrist as well. It's just such a great versatile bag. It has the 2 pockets and the zipper pocket in the back. I do take care of my bags really well, which I'll link the video up here if you want more tips on taking care of your designer handbags. This has had a good run and I still get occasional use out of it, and it's just one of those things I'll keep in my collection and I still really like, and I would actually recommend this bag if it suits your style and you know you would get use out of it. The next one comes as no surprise. I think anyone who talks about bags that they still love that aren't on trend talks about the Nile. I really feel, because truly it is like a little piece of jewelry. I think it's considered out of style now because this size was the most beautiful because the ring filled up most of the bag, but this does not fit any phone made today, I feel. So when I originally got this bag, I believe it did fit my small iPhone, but now I use a Samsung Note 9 and honestly it's like bigger than this bag. So I don't get use out of this much because I have to hold my phone in my hand when I carry this bag. Usually I'm fine with that, especially if I know I'm taking a lot of pictures or something like that. So I keep this bag because it's just so pretty. It's a gorgeous pink pastel shade. And if you do love this bag too and you think you would get use out of it in the long term, you can get great deals on the Preloved market now. They come in a lot of different colors. I will say you have to be careful with it. Mine has a big scratch on the back, you can see here. It's a very delicate leather. Even if this gets like banged or jerked too much, you could potentially get marks on the bag as well. But surprisingly, the front of my bag has held up pretty well despite having this big heavy gold ring on it. It does have a detachable shoulder strap, so you can wear it crossbody. So at least you're not having to hold this in your hand or like around your wrist while you're holding your phone. Also really recommend this if you have a little bit more of a boho style. This looks really lovely with like a white broderie dress or those like very flowy floral kind of dresses. This is one that's technically out of style, but I think it really does still work in a lot of wardrobes. It adds such a pretty element to that like florally summery look. So the next bag on my list is actually a category of bags, and that is Chanel seasonal styles. Now I know like this is not the thing at the moment, but I love this bag. I think it is so cute. It's such a great giant hobo Mary Poppins bag. You can fit the world in there. Generally when you're spending Chanel money, you think to go for the classic flaps, the investment bags, because it is a lot of money. But if you buy a seasonal style that you really love and you're going to use over the years, that's actually a great way to get a Chanel at a better price, because a lot of their seasonal styles are not at the same price bracket as a Chanel classic flap in a medium or a jumbo or even a boy bag. If you find one that you just really love and that really suits you, it can be such a great bag to have in your collection for a lifetime. I don't really care that this is out of style. I more so don't get as much use out of this because it's silk and I have to be very careful what I wear with it. So it's not a great everyday bag. If I didn't have to be so careful with it, you would probably see it on me a lot more because it's super comfortable to wear. I think it's so bright and colorful and fun. I love this big gaudy logo zipper. It's just like so much and so extra. I think the Chanel seasonal styles can really still work in a wardrobe even after they're technically out of style. The fourth bag on my list is my Alexander McQueen clutch. I don't even know if they make this style anymore, but I think this is such a work of art. It came from that era of McQueen where big, bold patterns was really part of the brand ethos. And I have such a fondness of that era of McQueen that I still really love this bag. It's not super functional. These little magnetic things are kind of a pain when you're getting in and out of it. But it's an evening style to me anyways, so I can deal with that just going out to dinner or, you know, out to a party or something. It sits really comfortably under your arm. It's very easy to take around. I think it's something that's just like super special that, again, similarly to the Valentino, when I want to have a more artful bag to dress up my very simple look for the evening, this is a bag I still do reach for occasionally. I got it on such a good sale as well that like what I got it on sale for is now what you see them on the Preloved market for. I think you can pay around $175 to $250 for these bags on the Preloved market from the last time I checked. And they come in such different and unique colors, even though it is technically out of style. I just kind of disagree. I think a McQueen print is something you can always wear. Last bag on my list is the Celine Nano. Now, they still do this bag, but it's not one you see people talking about a lot. I think also due to the fact that the new price is quite expensive. It's over $2,500 now, and yes, it is worth that. It's such a great bag. I think it's fantastic, but I got mine for under $1,200 on the Preloved market. It's one now that people don't look at new as much because the deals on the Preloved market are so good. This little bag is super cute, and I would even consider getting it in more colors because I love the way it sits on my body. I love that it has a crossbody strap. It still looks super cute in the hand, so you can technically transition it to night. Celine has really gotten more towards neutrals and muted colors in more recent years. Even they did a fuchsia last year that just didn't have the same vibrancy as this one does. So I think they've shifted the tones of their colors to be very different than what Celine used to be when the Nano first came out. And I think that might have actually taken a little bit of the fun out of it because, I mean, look at this color. It is like the perfect Barbie pink. You really still can't go wrong with the black Celine Nano. I think it's a really great understated bag that can take you from year to year. And if you do fancy a color, then you can look on the Preloved market and you can usually find such a good deal on them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my journey through my like handbag memories. That's kind of what these are, my older bags and what's technically out of style but I still love. And follow me on Instagram to see how I style my bags in my daily life, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!